Hello, and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshear, and tonight I will be your judge. If you are familiar with this channel, you know that we have on Friday nights a Dungeons and Dragons game that is ongoing, but on Mondays, like tonight, we try out lots of different games and just see how we like them. I'm playing with my lighting here. I'm going to do some more of that when I'm done talking. But yeah, tonight's game is Dungeon Crawl Classics. Hello, Jason, in the chat there. Jason frequently on the stream, tonight just watching. We are, oh, he's cooking. Is it an Orange Julius? Because that doesn't count as cooking. Yeah, so we are doing Dungeon Crawl Classics. This is a game I ran once near the start of this stream's lifespan. And we're back at it. I really like it, and I have a hard time finding people to play it with me, which is why we have a brand new guest on our stream tonight. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves and your characters for tonight. We'll go clockwise as usual. So, Kanan, why don't you start us?
Okay. My name's Kanan. I'm playing RPG for over a decade. Started playing DCC probably about 6 months ago. Great game. Kind of rules lighter and very role-playing. And not as tropey as kind of a lot of the D&D stuff. That's why I got into it. For my character tonight, playing a cleric. Lawful. Is a servant of the World Tree. Basically a break-off of Yggdrasil, which I think is in DCC's Yggdrasil, and going to try to keep everybody alive.
All right.
Am I up next?
You're next.
All right. Hi, I'm Kenny. I'm a somewhat regular player on Tales from the Backlog. And so tonight I'll be playing Kennen, or Father Le Kennen. He is a lawful warrior who once was a rice farmer that has taken up arms for some reason.
Money. That's why money. It's money.
Yes. And I am Sarah, longtime friend and supporter of the channel. All the channels that are here on this account. And tonight I am playing Nerp, the former turnip farmer, now exploring an exciting new career as a thief, a lawful thief, which according to the chart makes me a bravo. So I'm looking forward to
Bravo.
that. Bravo. Brava.
All right. Well, as I promised you guys in the Discord, we are going to get into it pretty quickly tonight. A lot of RPG one-shots assume you're playing like 4 to 6 hour games, and we play 3 hours, so we're going to go fast. Tonight, oh, you know what? I didn't put the cover up here. So here's a cool thing about DCC, as long as we're still talking about the game for a second. It does have a lot of different covers available for the book. You can choose the one you want, and if you really want, you can start collecting them. I would buy that one if I had them to do again, but instead I have like the original.
We don't have enough shelf space to collect all of them.
No, but I have the capacity to build shelves. I'm not going to be collecting them, don't worry. There are many other games to buy too. So tonight's game is going to be this adventure, The Tower of the Black Pearl. This is a level 1 adventure. It's for a full party, which I believe should mean 4 to 5 players. We've got 3. We'll see how that goes for you guys.
Be a short one.
Yeah, you never know. I'm going to let a little bit of the art scroll past because half the point of this book is the cool art. So, adventure hook wise, you guys were hanging out in an inn, as adventuring parties are known to do. When you overheard a little fight taking place outside, you ran out to either rescue someone or help someone, rob someone, up to you. You're all lawful, so probably you went out to help. Anyway,
Depends who's being robbed.
you saw. I'm trying to switch from present tense to past tense in mid-sentence. You saw a couple of ruffians who you don't recognize, but they were mugging what looked like a robed magician. They ran away as soon as they saw you, but it was too late. The poor magician was already dead. Investigating his corpse, hello cat, you discovered a map directing you all to what seems to be an underwater tower. The back of the map is covered in a complex series of astrological equations. By asking around, you were able to discover a couple of things. One, this tower, known to be in local legend out in the middle of the water, is the tower of a long dead but powerful magician. And two, the second thing you learned is that these equations point to the one night every 10 years in which this tower is above the water and able to be entered. And it's tonight. So you all, actually, there is a third thing you discovered, which is that these ruffians who did the mugging and were probably after this map were most likely in the employ of a well-known pirate along the coast here named Savage Quinn, who is he's just dread. That's what kind of pirate he is. And thank you, Kenny. You guys get your hands on a boat and you start rowing out to the tower. After several, I don't know how long. How long does it take to? No, everyone's not already dead, Jason. Jeez, pretty soon.
The boat hits a rock, you sink.
You're gone. Good night. No, you guys are. I don't know how long it takes to row 5 miles, but that's how far you go out there. And a tower rises. Can you stop dancing with the cat?
I'm sorry, she went for the camera.
Okay. A tower rises out of the sea like something out of a fairy tale. And yet it must be real, for the waves are crashing against it as they lap off the planks of your skiff. Snarling gargoyles crown the four corners of this tower, peering from the coral-encrusted battlements. More worrisome than the eldritch tower or the snarling gargoyles is the worn longboat moored on the far side of the tower. Squinting through the darkness, it seems that the deck of the longboat is empty. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little map. Ignore the little robot. I've read the whole book and I don't know what that's supposed to be, but there is the longboat here, which is the empty one that you guys see as you come up, and then you can see area 1-1 is the top of the tower, looking down at it. So, how do you proceed?
Go up to the door and knock.
Well, at the moment, you guys are still out on your boat. You haven't made yourselves fast to the tower yet, so we need to start there, I'm afraid.
Okay. Is there any docking space remaining, or has the longboat taken up most of it?
Well, there isn't really a dock, which you may be able to tell from the drawing or not. I'm not sure. I can make that bigger if you guys need it. But the longboat is just tied to one of the crenellations on top of the tower. So you have the ability to do that as well.
Are there any persons left behind to guard this boat or this tower?
Okay,
Can
so
we
we
see?
need to tie off the boat, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I
Except,
already described the
difficulty.
longboat being empty.
Oh, apologies.
I'm sorry, Kanan, what did you say? Okay. So yeah, someone wants to tie off the boat. I think. Yeah. Kenny, what is Father Lacanon's occupation?
Rice farmer.
Rice farmer. Okay, we got a trapper, a rice farmer, and a turnip farmer. Okay. None of you guys particularly awesome at boats.
Nope.
Okay.
I do have decent agility. I don't know if in this, if I can use just a straight agility check.
Why don't you give me an agility check? There's a reason I'm asking for this and not just saying that you tie off the boat. So
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an agility check to see how well you are able to guide the boat up to the tower.
Okay.
And tie it off.
That's a good omen. Nat 20.
Okay. Well, as though you'd been doing it all your life, you managed to pilot your little skiff up to the side of the tower and tie it off without making any particular noise about it. And it's a good thing that you did, because you see, as you peek up over the edge of the tower, 3 pirates fast asleep next to a keg of rum. Had you smashed the boat into the side of the tower too loudly, they would have woken.
Fabulous. Rum.
Yeah.
Guys.
I'm gonna make
Also
this
3 pirates.
a little bigger. Yeah, also 3 pirates.
All right.
So there is a hatch. I don't have this set up so that I can point, but there is a hatch, which is that sort of little catty corner square near the middle of the tower there. If you guys want to try and sneak past these pirates, you may.
Quadra is looking more for a way to tie them up, possibly check how inebriated they are to approach, to incapacitate them.
Why don't you give me an intelligence check on these guys?
Just keep going, right? Oh, it's a good omen. 19.
You guys are killing it right here at the beginning. Yeah, you can tell as soon as you're up on the tower and able to get a good look at these guys, you can tell they're not sleeping that soundly.
Okay.
If you're going to go up and try and tie them up, they're going to wake up.
I'm in armor, so sneaking by is going to be real tough.
Same here.
I'm reasonably sneaky, but
there's only
they
one of
are.
you.
They are pirates. I mean, do we want to, remove the problem?
Ladies
Do
and
y'all
gentlemen.
understand what I'm getting at here?
I mean, most likely.
Yeah.
Because if we go in and come back out, they're
Yeah.
still going to be here. So.
And pirates, by nature, are outside the law, right? So therefore, it is lawful to therefore remove them.
That's right. We're not murder hobos, except the people who deserve it.
We're enforcing the law.
We are the law. One might even say, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And the law won.
In the words of the great one, Mama is not the law. I am the law.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so That's fine. How are you going to go about this?
Okay. Where on the tower are we? The north, south, east, or?
You tell me, Miss Nat 20.
I say that we came in on the north side.
Okay.
That seems like the easiest. So I suggest that I sneak around to get to the guy who's on the far side. And can we take a surprise round all together and each of us attack?
I should have foreseen this and looked it up in advance. Kanan, do you know if there's like a coup de grace mechanic where if they're already unconscious, you can just...
You could do a surprise round if you want to. And then it goes into a standard initiative after that if they're not incapacitated or deceased.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just dozing.
Let's go ahead and do it that way.
Yeah, seems fair.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna rule this on the fly actually because there's more dungeon to get through, and like I said, we only have a 3-hour show. If you guys want to just execute these dudes because they're asleep, I don't really think armor class enters into it. Like, you can just put a sword at their throats and be done with it.
All right.
You did roll that nat 20. It's got to count for something.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to still roll for sneak, or are we just going to say it's done?
It's done.
It's done.
If you came up on that north side there, so yeah.
All right.
Well done. You have initiated your first murder.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
The first line of the book says we're not heroes, we're adventurers.
It does indeed say that right on the back cover.
You saw that, Kenny?
Yeah, I just turned it over.
All right. Well, let's adventure our way on down that thing. I will go ahead and open the hatch if nobody else wants to first.
Do you want to look for traps first, just in case?
Yeah, good call. That's me. Sec. Find trap. So do I just roll a d20 and add my bonus for finding a trap?
Yes.
Okay. I will also say that my lucky roll was a 4-leaf clover, which lets me find secret doors.
Oh, nice.
That is going to be a 14 plus 2 for a 16.
Okay. You do not see any traps on the trapdoor. Haha. But you do see a stone, a flat stone inscribed with a large glyph.
Okay. I will point that out to Gavril and say, you know what this is?
Yeah, looks like a rock.
Awesome. So bad.
What? I'm looking at your sheet, Gavril. I don't see a skill list. Am I blind? I guess you don't get specific skills in this game, even though the thief does.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be like the read runes or anything. The thief has a huge list of skills. Mine more spells and stuff.
All right. So in that case, I am going to ask you for an intelligence check, please, to see if you can identify this rune.
From me or the thief?
From you, Gavril.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me for intelligence checks.
It is not relevant to NERP. Oh, I see Andrew there. Finally made it. Hello. Thanks for coming by.
19 plus, what's my intelligence on this one? 0, so 19.
19. Okay, yeah. This is the glyph of Cesaricon. He is the well-known entity of the beyond, the patron of many wizards, who is also as you are just now realizing, the wizard who once inhabited this tower. For it is known that Cesarcon was once a human wizard and has gone on to become a powerful entity. This was his place, and that's his symbol on the door. Are you taking notes over there?
Got it. ScissorCon. This was his bachelor pad. I'm good.
Jason's in the chat calling him SizzlerCon, which is a convention I think I want to go to.
But just think of all the exciting kinds of scissors you could see at ScissorCon.
No. What are we doing about the door, guys?
We should open it.
Yeah,
Genius.
but Nerp is listening to Gavril relay all this and just like, yeah, cool, and just whoop, opens it up.
Okay, no, you don't. It's locked.
And second. Okay. Seems like a great time for the thief to pick some locks. So
Okay.
I have pick lock is one of my skills.
Yeah, I think we might have done that wrong.
Oh, yeah?
As Kanan pointed out, changing alignment changes your thief abilities. And I think you changed your alignment kind of on the fly at the last second, didn't you?
So all the thieves can do it, I think. It's
think
just
your pluses.
Yeah,
it's the pluses change. So with lawful, +1 to pick locks. It's a
got it. Oh, I see it. Yes, thank you. Okay.
So it changes how
Got it.
much you can
Table
do it by.
1-7
Correct.
on page 11. Thank you. I will refer to that. Okay.
Cool. Well, go ahead and roll it.
Oh, that's going to be a 4.
You are unable to pick this lock. It is beyond your skill. Clearly the work of a mighty wizard.
Definitely. Yep.
Any other ideas?
Who am I to resist, get past the mighty workings of Snizzerbond?
Okay, this is just going to keep going on.
Yeah. I'm thinking of similar words right now.
Well, there's the drink the Saserac. So
can we
Oh,
use the Schnizzlebun's magic rock to open the door?
Ah, well. I'm going to set this a little harder because none of you guys is a wizard who would know how to do that. But anyone who wants to make an intelligence check, see if you can figure out what you might do with this rock.
Can we all make a check?
You may.
Just for laughs?
Yeah, that's what it'll be. This is an untrained check for all of you, which means you roll a d10, not a d20.
Oh. Well, it doesn't.
But you can add your intelligence modifier. What do we got there, Fader?
oh well, Fogger rolled initially a d20 and rolled a 1, but then you corrected me and said roll a d10, at which once again I rolled a 1.
The universe really wants you to get that crit fail.
Right.
Did anybody do better than 1?
I got a 4 again.
I've got a 4.
Yep. You're free to try whatever you want. You have no idea what's going to work.
All right,
By the
I'm gonna
way-
cast Second Sight.
Okay, Second Sight. That is going to be your cleric spell. I should pull that
So-
up.
I'll roll d20. 19. There we go. Cleric has a hint of possible outcomes. He must spend the following round concentrating on a choice that must be made within the next 30 minutes. For example, he must be deciding which direction to turn, sense of whether the action will benefit or harm, 80% chance that the cleric receives accurate information from this spell. And the manifestation is 1d3. 3. The cleric's eyes are fused shut, but he can still see.
That is amazing. Okay. So you rolled the like 20 to 23 outcome, is that correct?
18 to 19.
18 to 19. That makes much more sense. Okay.
No, wait, sorry.
So,
That's I'm forgetting a part. It's my bonus plus my spell level. So I think for cleric's personality, so it'd be 21. So yeah, it'd be the 20 to 23 region.
so that means there's an 85% chance that what I'm about to say to you is accurate. So you may be deciding which direction to turn. I feel that the wording of this implies that you have to have a certain action in mind that you're deliberating on. So what do you think that might be?
Placing or hitting the door with the rock.
Okay. And I am going to roll for you a D100 to see if you hit that 85% or not. Okay. You're thinking about hitting the door. You magically perceive that Nerp's insistence that this door was magically locked just because she couldn't pick it was bullshit, and it's actually just locked. If you were to break the door, that would be fine.
All right, let's break the door open.
Which one of you is the guy for that job?
Well,
I
considering
am looking at the warrior.
right, considering Fodder rolled all ones, he's going to try and pick up the rock and drop it on the door. Then.
Maybe I didn't say this clearly. The flat stone with the rune on it is affixed to the door. It's like part of the trapdoor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you can try breaking the door, but you're not going to do it with that rock unless you first break the rock off. It's not that big of a rock.
All right. Well, Fodder will first try and grab the rock to pick it up, just to test it, anyways.
Okay. It is indeed part of the door.
Is it inset into the door like a flagstone into the floor? Or is it like...
It's sitting on top, but it's grasped in like a sort of a giant version of like the claws that hold a stone into a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how it is.
Okay.
And the door itself is what's to like open is like a metal ring to lift up, sort of thing.
There is a metal ring on the door, yes.
Is it locked from the outside? I assumed that like I was trying to like basically do like the credit card trick and open a door that's been locked from the inside.
Well, as you already know, the lock on this door surpassed your abilities. So.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm just asking, like, is it obviously like a padlock that is like on the outside? I feel like that.
You know what? Yeah, it's a padlock.
So, while Nerp was investigating the trapdoor and Gavril was checking out the ruin, Fodder was checking out the pockets of the pirates to look for loose change.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay. 9.
You get 9 gold pieces worth of jewelry out of them. Also, each of them has a dagger and a short sword.
Okay. No keys?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a strength check to try and break that door.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and lift it up like I used to do bushels of rice.
Yeah.
And sadly, Fodder's memory of how easy it was to list Bryce fails him as he rolls in that one.
When you try to lift the door up, because first you tried to lift the rock up, right?
Right.
So when you did that, you kind of put your hand over the top of the rock. And you did feel like kind of a little spark from it as you touched it. And it seemed for a second like the door was maybe about to unlock, but nothing happened. And then you tried to yank it up and you couldn't get it.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to roll a group check together?
Sure.
How does that work?
I believe you all just roll and we add the numbers.
The mean average.
Okay, we can do that too.
On the strength?
Yeah.
Strength?
Yeah, because Fodder
there we go.
accomplished nothing.
All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
With my -1 modifier, that is a 15.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got a 14.
You guys wiggle it pretty good. Got any other ideas? This is a... Is it Critical Role? Are they the group that is just constantly stymied by doors?
Yes. Yeah, the first season of Critical Role, they spent half an episode trying to get through a door and took damage from the door.
Is the magical rock a doorknob? Do we need to turn it?
It does not turn. It is not a knob. But I will tell you for free, you're onto something with the rock.
I stomp on the rock like it's a giant button.
It isn't.
Bummer.
You know what? I'm going to give Gavril another chance to roll intelligence on this rock, since you just kind of had that doorknob idea. And you have the new information from Fodder that it kind of zaps you when you touch it with your hand.
14 plus nothing. So 14.
It crosses your mind that glyph, other than being the symbol of Sezrikon, may be on the stone for a reason.
Like we need to read the glyph to open the door?
You're free to read the glyph.
What language is the glyph in? Because I only speak common.
It is common, yeah.
Oh, okay. What does it read?
It says Sezrikon. And if you were to say that out loud, the door would not open.
Okay, let me run through the options here. Open sesame. Friend.
It's like Superman. We have to say it backwards.
Superman, but you say it backwards. I'm out of ideas. I actually... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Meanwhile, like, Fodder is just tracing his finger in the glyph to see if anything happens.
The door opens. Okay, there were 3 ways through this door. Pick the lock failed. It was a DC 15 to pick the lock. It's a DC 20 to break the door. And the only other way is to trace the glyph with your finger.
We got there.
Yeah. Well done.
Congratulations. You've just been promoted to thief.
Yes.
Misermon.
If there had been a wizard here, that would have been much easier.
We don't need no stinking wizards.
No, we don't. Okay, so I revealed this part of the map like a while ago, thinking you guys were about to go down. But when you go down through the trap door, you find yourselves in this room, 1-2.
Nice.
There are hundreds of candles lining the walls, their flames swaying and dancing to your every move. Some are tall as if they were lit just moments ago, while others are burned down to stubby mounds of wax. In the center of the room stands an onyx pedestal supporting a massive tome bound in gold and worn black scales. The walls are decorated with detailed murals depicting what must be the lives of heroes. You can see warriors rising up from humble beginning to lead armies against forces of darkness. Humble apprentices inheriting arcane powers from their masters, casting down kings and emperors with a wave of their wands. Meek rogues growing to become daring shadow lords, and destitute warrior monks rising to become leaders of holy armies. Hey, Grape Ape, welcome. So yeah, big onyx pedestal, big book, lots of murals depicting the lives of heroes, and lit candles in various stages of burning down.
Well, I feel super inspired. Is there any obvious way? I assume there's no obvious way out of this room other than the staircase we just came down.
No, actually, if you can see that ladder there, that's what you came down. The staircase goes down from here, further into the tower.
Got it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and check out the book. Do I need to do a roll of some kind here?
No, you can. Let me double check. I think you can just read it. Yeah, you can, in fact, just read it because it's in common. The book here is a registry of every lawful hero ever to adventure in the realm.
Huh.
The names of living heroes are noted with a location in this room marked, and each of the locations marked corresponds to where one of these lit candles is sitting.
Oh. I immediately look for my name.
You're not here.
Hey.
Level 1.
Times. Get in this book eventually. I look for... So all the candles correspond to a living hero. Guys, I'm not saying that we should do this, because that would be a terrible thing to do to a hero. But just hypothetically speaking, what happens if you pick up the candle? Because that was honestly going to be my first suggestion, was that we should pick up a candle and take it with us.
Are there any extra candles lying around unlit?
No. All of the candles are lit.
See, everybody thought we were going to die, but we're not, because we're not going to make it out of the first room.
All right. Well,
I mean, there's a
opportunity
staircase
to wipe out, possibly wipe out every lawful hero. That
Hold on.
surely they wouldn't.
I'm gonna roll for the rest of you.
Okay.
Father Le Canon is in the book.
I figured out the door. It's like that's hero level stuff.
Yeah, it's in fresh ink. Like you were just written down in here.
This is because I suggested killing the pirates, isn't it?
Do not worry, Nerf. Your time will come.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Looks like Grape Ape has played this one. He says, "Don't feel bad. I was sad when my name wasn't in the book either."
Is the book attached to the pedestal? Is it movable?
It's big and heavy, but it's not attached.
Fodder is very proud of the fact that it's in this book, so he wants to take it home to show his mom. So he's going to try and take it.
Okay. You have a book full of names and locations in a room that aren't going to make sense when it's not in this room anymore.
Oh, but if he found... So he looks to see where his candle is then.
Yeah, you're able to find it. Your candle is a tall one. It hasn't burned down very much yet.
All right, I'll pick up my candle then.
Okay.
Do I feel different?
Nope.
Gavril, do you want to have a look?
Just wondering
Oh.
what happens if we put out his candle.
I rolled for Gavril already, and he is not in the book. Only Fodder is in the book of the three of you.
Mm. All right.
Fodder
All right.
says, "Do not worry. You can follow me, and I shall illuminate the way with my heroic light as I take my candle and walk down the stairs."
Okay, so as soon as you take the candle from this room, you notice that the Grape Ape is encouraging you to further experiment, Nerp. But as soon as you take the candle from this room, Fodder, you notice that the flame begins sputtering. There is a draft in this tower that is somehow, because of the shape of the room or something, the room where the candles are is kind of protected from the draft. If you take this candle out, it's going to be difficult to keep it lit anywhere else in the tower.
Go ahead, Nerf.
I was going to say, I will get out my torch and fire it up.
Cool. You guys going to head down the stairs then?
Yeah.
Before we do, I am going to do another check for finding traps.
Okay.
And how do I activate my lucky roll to find secret doors? Does that... I'm not quite sure how the lucky roll works. Does that just mean I can...
That means you add your luck modifier to the roll, which, if it's negative,
Okay.
is bad.
Oh, that is bad. My luck modifier is bad.
I warned you about
Okay.
this game.
Oh boy. All right. And so for finding traps,
The thief cursed to find secret doors.
I had the weirdest rolls. So that was bad. It's just going to be an 8 to see if there's any trap on the staircase as we look to go down.
You do not find the trap. Looks clear to you.
Looks great to me. Go ahead. Lead the way, Fodder.
Oh, but sadly, my heroic light cannot contend against this
I lead the
waving
way.
wind.
Before Fodder can keep talking.
Yes, brave Nerf, you too, with this bravery, shall be recorded in this book for your future heroics.
Okay. Fodder, are you taking the candle with you?
No, Fodder's gonna, having seen it flicker and worried that his soul or life is somehow attached to it, is going to just tuck it back somewhere with the rest of the candles so it'll be safe.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a reflex saving throw.
Where's my reflex? All right, I rolled a 9.
The flame goes out as you are taking it away from the staircase and back across the room. Gavril and Nerp, you see Fodder Lekenen drop to the floor dead.
Oh wait, we have luck to use.
Oh yes, warrior. That's a warrior thing, is it? Luck?
Well, no, I mean anybody
Well,
can
yeah.
burn luck to improve their roll.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, right.
You can't undo.
You can't undo that though. The thief can burn luck, but they regenerate it on a daily basis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can.
I'll tell you right now, you don't have enough luck to burn, even if you could use it dead.
Because I have
No.
a luck of 10, so I'd have to burn all my luck probably.
Yeah, it would not be enough. Jason, no, everyone didn't die. Just Kenny died. Guys, the candle is sitting on the ground, put out, and is surrounded by other candles that are still lit.
If we relight his candle, does he come back?
I'm already putting my torch onto the candle. Try to relight it.
Well, I don't want to emoliate him. I just want to bring him back.
The candle sputters back to life. Father Le Canon wakes up, and
Can I describe? Not only does he wake up, but it's like the scene for Back to the Future, right? Where Marty McFly, like when he find like his parents finally kiss, and he like just shoots back up. Like as soon as the candle goes up, the candle and the father's like, "What? Hey, what happened?"
Jason was saying goodnight to you, but lo, you are back. You are going to take a permanent loss of 1 point from both luck and stamina, but you're alive.
Artemis is glad for you. She sticks her face into the camera.
Yeah, as she is wont to do. All right, well, you guys figured out what this fucking room is. What are you going to do next?
Yeah, it's the room where we can we have a voodoo candle of Fodder Le Cannon. All right.
Yeah.
Or murder all the greatest heroes in the world.
Yeah.
Only the lawful ones.
This is horrible.
It is. It's almost like an evil wizard owned this tower.
Oh, yeah.
This is how we get promoted. I mean, we're level 1 lawful adventurers. We take out all the candles, and then we become the greatest. That's how that kind of works, right?
You know what? Actually, Gavril, as you are standing there watching Nerp relight this candle with her torch, you're not sure. It's like the corner of your eye, but it seems like a new candle just appeared out of nowhere in the corner.
Balls.
Check the book. Who is added to the book?
Nerp was added to the book.
No.
You are now considered a hero, Nerp. You saved Fodder Le Canon.
Now I'm canon.
Yeah, you have been
All right.
canonized. You're welcome.
Okay. Yep. And I
So what
take
you're
the
saying
book
is,
away from Fodder. Are you still holding it?
Oh, it's in the backpack.
Okay. I'm like, gosh, what do I have?
But
don't
think
have
about
any.
this. If we have the key to the candles, then the evil wizard won't know which candle belongs to which hero.
Yeah, I'm just worried about somebody going through and just blowing all of them out. Or actually, no, it was taking it out of the room. I don't know. Let's just keep moving.
yeah,
I can't handle any more of this.
one good sneeze and I'm by myself.
Quick, we have to keep moving before Gabriel becomes a hero too.
All right. Well, you are down in room 1-3 now. I probably should have read where it says trap in huge letters before I showed you the map.
Okay.
There are no traps here, guys. A trickle of seawater runs down the staircase. In places, the wooden stairs are rotted out, and in one case, they've fallen through altogether. So the passage here will require vaulting the gap where the stairs have fallen through. The walls along the stairs shelter a trio of small alcoves, which you can see marked where there are these like 2 bumps on each wall. In each alcove are small figurines. They're like little hand-painted fetishes carved from ivory and decorated with hair and beads. The first nook holds a fierce-looking barbarian. The second, a pair of snarling panthers, and the last, a somber knight. That's it. That's the whole description.
All right.
Okay, so we have to get across that gap, but there's those statues there too.
Hey, can I check for traps?
You see a trap.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm feeling more heroic already. All right. What do I notice about the trap? Oh, nice work, Judge.
Yeah,
Judge
thanks.
D.
It is actually just a weak spot in the stairs where if you were to jump over the gap, the stairs are going to collapse on the other side where you land.
Okay. I will address this to my fellows so they are aware of it.
So the jump itself is pretty easy. Any of you feel like you could jump that, it's going to be strength or agility 5 to jump that. But those stairs there are clearly going to break if you land on them. So leaping all the way past them is going to be much harder. Strength or agility would be allowed for the jump.
Okay. And the 3 fetishes are on the other side of this gap or on our side?
They're on your side of the gap.
Okay. I'd like to investigate those 3 little statues first.
In what manner?
Pick them up and see if they look valuable.
Cool, they're going to attack you.
Nice.
Everybody roll initiative.
Woohoo! Welcome, guys. Oh, now I get a good roll.
First problem was the door. Second problem was the candles. Third problem is the treasure is fighting back.
All right, I'm ready.
So am I. 17.
Gosh, all my pencils are broken. What the hell?
Oh, it's terrible. We win.
Okay. Sarah, you said you got 17?
Yes.
Okay. Fodder?
14.
14. And Gavril?
With the +1, 5.
Ouch. Okay. And these dudes are going to get... $16. So they're these little dudes, and they... I picture them kind of like the little miniature versions of Bruce Campbell in Army of Darkness that all come after him. It's like that, but there's just Grape Ape's being very encouraging. It's Nerp first. Get to work. There's one in your hand.
Okay. Well, what is it armed with? Is it attacking me with something, just with its little clawed stone hands, or?
Well, you said you picked up the first one, which is a barbarian.
Okay.
It's a little statue of a barbarian. I'm gonna say he's just got himself a little sword there.
Okay.
He's come to life, and he looks like he's about to stab you with that thing.
I mean, let's be realistic. I throw it. I throw it as hard as I can. I'd like to use it as an improvised weapon and smash it into the wall as hard as I can.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm looking for like fall damage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just gonna wing it. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay.
To throw that thing into the wall as hard as you can.
That's gonna be a 19.
That's pretty good. That's very good. What should the damage be? You know what? I'm going to say make it just a 1d4 damage.
Got it. 3.
Okay. It ought to do 3 damage, but you see that because this thing is made of stone, it actually takes no damage.
Yeah.
You thought that was a pretty good throw. It should have
I
at least
did.
chipped. It should have at least chipped it, but I mean it's a pretty tough little figure, I guess.
All right. I will draw my fellow's attention to the fact that it took no damage from blunt force trauma.
While you're screaming incoherently at the moving statues, the
Speaking
moving
of Army of
statues-
Darkness style.
Yeah, the moving statues get their turn.
Okay.
So you have thrown that one away from you.
Yes.
The next one is going to be able to get up to you.
Oh, no, they're coming for me.
Well, you're the one that was in
Yeah,
front.
I'm the one
and
I'm the one that triggered the trap.
Well, also you were in front.
Yeah, it's true. Marching order.
What's your AC?
11.
11,
I'm not wearing
okay.
any armor.
Well, the first one misses you, and the second one crit fails. So we're going to get our first roll on a crit fail table. Where can I find a crit fail table? It's page something. 81 maybe. Okay. This fellow manages to wound himself. So how much damage does he do? Oh, lousy damage. But like his friend, he doesn't take enough damage to actually hurt him. So these guys have kind of like a damage threshold. You have to do more damage than the threshold in order to hurt them. So that's their turn. The third guy is like the guy that you picked up and threw, like he's down the hole. You can't get to him. So let's see. That'll be Fodder's turn. Go ahead, warrior. Fight the tiny statues.
Yeah. So Fodder is going to heroically use his mighty deed.
Yeah.
And
Hey, this is a PG-13 show.
My God.
And so basically that's just where you declare a mighty deed of arms. And so he's going to go, ha-ha! And pull out his sword and shield and use his shield to like batter aside to push back as many of these little statues as he can. Swinging.
Okay. There are only 2 on the stairs, and the third one went down the hole. So as many as you can is max 2.
Okay. So let's see. What is? I'm looking at the rules on mighty deed. So push back. Generally speaking, any attempts to force is considered a pushback. So deed die. So what's the deed die?
What should be 1d3, I think, at first level.
Yes. So I roll a d3. So I guess.
And add that to your attack roll.
Got it. All right. All right. So I rolled an attack roll of 6. So I rolled a total of 8.
So unless the deed die is a 3, it
Yeah.
doesn't. The deed, you don't add that. It doesn't go off.
Yeah. The pushback fails.
Okay. Well, you fail to beat their AC.
Ah, but I looked good doing it.
Yeah, you looked awesome, except for the fact that you missed. They're so small, your shield just goes right over the top of them.
Right.
Cool. Gavril, you're up.
All right. It looks like my friends need help. I'm going to cast. Who's closest to me?
I believe, Fodder, would you say that
I
you
think it's-
went past Nerp and got in front of her.
Yeah,
then,
like heroically jumped to start swinging at the little statues.
Okay, then Nerp is closest to Gavril, with Gavril in the back and Fodder in the front.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a blessing on Nerf.
You
So-
unnerved me.
19 plus caster level 1 plus 1, so 21. Math.
21. The ally receives a +2 bonus to all attack, damage, and saving throws, skill checks, and spell checks for 1 turn. For 1 turn, you get a +2 to whatever you do, Nerp.
So 10 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, 1 turn. Isn't that like 10 seconds?
I think a round is 10 seconds. A turn is. Maybe a turn's a minute. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, because like 3rd edition, a turn was longer.
This is why I just
changed.
play the games. I don't run them.
A turn is longer than a round?
It used to be.
Yes, a turn is longer than a round.
That violates my sense of the English language.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Like, in the old D&D, it was like 10 rounds equal a turn or something like that.
Interesting. Okay, well, Nerp, you got a +2 for at least 1 turn.
I'll look it up.
Nice.
Depending on your definition of the word turn. Yeah, I'm going to look that up right now. But it is, in fact, your turn next, Nerp.
Oh, great. So the one that I've flung to the floor, I never specifically said, is it at my feet? Or did I assumed that I'd flung it all the way down the stairs. So it's...
Yeah, that's what I assumed as
yeah.
well, that you
Okay.
threw it across the room, which would have put it more or less in the hole in the stairs, and it went all the way down. Yeah.
It's on,
Got it.
it's,
Okay,
it's on,
so for right now, we've only got 2 combatants, basically, the little cleric and the knight.
That's right.
Okay.
This guy, the guy that you threw, he can't get back up past the gap in the stairs. So until you go down to him, he's not a problem.
I just picture him like on the other side.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the little barbarian guy. And the other 2 were the pair of snarling panthers and a knight. But the pair of panthers are one figure.
Okay, so are they attacking as separate panthers or are they one?
They're attacking as one being.
Okay. I will go for the little stone cleric, I think.
Is a knight.
Knight. I'll go for the little stone knight. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was cleric. I'm gonna go for it with my spear.
Okay.
And I was looking up attack. I couldn't find any specifics. I assume this is your standard, D20 to attack, add your modifier, and then roll your damage.
Yeah, you have a spear, so it's +0. You attack with strength, which is also +0. So yeah, but you get a +2 from Gavril's spell. So you're getting just D20 +2 for your attack, and then 1d8 damage, which is also going to be +2.
Gotcha. Oh, nice. I thought it was only a +2 once. Okay. Well, speaking of 2, that's what I rolled for my attack. So that's going to be 4.
That's not going to hit. These guys, just to save the question asking, these guys have an AC of 14. They're made out of rock.
Yeah.
Actually ivory. So yeah. You gotta hit harder than that, guys. And it's their turn. So the first one.
Wait, hold on. Is there anything else I can do on my turn, or is that it? I just get one action.
You got an attack. You can move.
Action and movement.
Okay. Yeah, just double checking if there's any bonus action. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Yeah. No, ivory isn't rock. Ivory is like carved tusks and bones. So yeah. That's going to be the figurines' turns. Jason's asking if anyone's a combat dentist. No.
Wanna be? dentist.
Nobody is a combat dentist. So the Panther guys are the little barbarian guy is trying to get up the stairs and just falling off over and over. The Panther guy is going to come for Father Le Canon. Totally whiffs it, and then this might hit. It's going to be a 20, dirty 20 to hit. Oh no, I'm sorry, 19.
That hits.
Cool. You're going to take 1d3 minus 1 damage. You're going to take 2 damage.
All right.
And that's their whole turn.
Let's see, how often can I do the mighty deed? Is that pretty much every round?
Every round. Every time you
okay.
attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Ha-ha! Is it
You
my
just have
turn?
to declare what you're doing and then
Yeah.
add it in.
Yes, I shall once again swing my shield to try and knock one of those little bastards off the stairs.
Go for it.
Jeez. And again, whiffing hard, rolling a 9, and on a 1 on my bonus dice, so it doesn't do anything. So
Okay.
I missed, and I whiff, both with the shield and my sword.
You sure do. Gavril, can you be useful?
Gavril doesn't have enough spells to help, so he's going to start smashing stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to swing at whatever little miniature is closest to me.
Cool.
Which is-
That'll probably be the Panthers.
Panthers by fodder. Yep. All right. Do 17 plus 18. 18.
You hit.
Red. The mace, 1d6 plus 1. Five, 6 points of damage.
Unfortunately, that is not high enough. So now that you've gotten a good whack on one of them, really two if you count the one Nerp through against the wall, you get the sense, Gavril, that your attack it's not mathematically possible for you to surpass the damage threshold of these guys. You may need to find another solution.
Okay. And you said they're made out of clay?
Ivory.
Ivory? Okay. Cool. I'll take a step back.
Okay. Nerp, you're up. You still have your buff.
I do. Okay. I am assuming that was a revelation to the whole group, that we're not going to be able to smash these guys.
Yeah, you guys all saw Gavril get a good whack on one of these things, and it didn't even chip it.
It's not just you guys. They're really hard to hurt.
They're not particularly good at hurting you either, but you got to do something with them. Okay, we got a list of suggestions in the chat. You guys want them?
Oh, yes.
Okay, combat dentist. Put them inside a bag. And Jason's cat, Strellick, says to treat them like something at the edge of the counter. Although I will remind you, your goal is also to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. There was another suggestion of just step on them and hold them down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just got to leave them here and keep moving. And I'm going to do that myself by crossing that gap. And instead of jumping across a bit, I'm going to take a movement, and because this would be an agility check to jump, right?
You may use agility or strength.
I'm going to do neither. I'm going to use my thief ability to climb sheer surfaces and spider my way across that wall.
Okay.
Can I give, you know what, before I do though, for my action, can I try to grab one of these little guys and throw it up the stairs instead of down?
Up the stairs into the candle room?
You mean where the candles are that are keeping everybody alive?
Well, You know what? How about if I kick it down the gap?
Is the same place you put the first one?
Yeah. Because he's
Okay.
coming up the stairs on the other side, you said, right?
Well, he's trying. It's a spiral staircase, right? And there is a hole in it. So he has come up as far as he can get to. But like where he is where you're trying to go, downstairs.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to throw this guy all the way up into the room. I just want to get him away from us so we can cross this gap.
Okay.
And leave them on, on the stairs above us.
I'll say go ahead and give me just like a strength check to grab him and throw him.
Okay. That's a 16 to grab him and throw him.
No problem. Much better than fodder.
Okay.
You throw him up the stairs, and then you throw one of them up the stairs and you run.
Okay, and I'm going to climb that sheer surface and spider walk over to where the other one is waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the same difficulty as it would be for a jump, but you have a much higher bonus with your climb check, so go ahead and roll that.
And still has blessing for, because that's 10 minutes, so.
Yes. So that is going to be an 11 plus 3 plus 2. So that's going to be a 16.
You made it. The DC is 15. And so you are across to where there's only one of these guys.
All right.
And now it's his turn. He's going to attack you.
Sure he is.
He has rolled an 11 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Cool. He's going to do 1d3 minus 1. You take a damage.
I take a damage.
Yes. And then the knight-looking one, I believe Gavril was last in front, so he's going to attack Gavril. 6 to hit.
Oh, no.
No. Dink, dink. And then the one that got thrown up the stairs is running down to attack fodder from behind. 15. Does that hit fodder?
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's fodder? No, 16.
Dink, dink again. And fodder, it is your turn.
All right. So fodder is going to hack at the nearest one with his battle axe. And I'm going to try and use a weapon-specific deed, which is the battle axe is made for crushing shields and rendering armor. So my deed die will actually reduce their armor class.
Okay.
So see if I hit, basically. So attacker hits with a deed die of... Okay. So yeah, so it depends on what my deed die. So I rolled a deed die of 1, and I rolled, which was a total of 3, so 12. So I miss.
Yeah, you have missed. But you take a good chunk out of the stairs.
Yeah. And so am I the last one up at the top part of the stairs as everyone jumped over?
Yeah, you are currently highest up on the stairs. Gavril, I don't believe you moved to try and make the jump, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, so yeah, you and Gavril are above the gap. Nerp is below the gap.
All right. Fodder will position himself and say, Gavril, jump! And he'll turn and sort of position himself between the little statue dudes to fight a rear guard action while Gavril makes the jump.
Okay. And that'll be your turn, Gavril.
Yep.
All right. So it's got a -4 to it because of armor.
Oh, gosh.
Make the jump. You mean fall? 3 minus 4, so -1. So nowhere even close.
That was your strength or agility?
That's agility.
Okay, either one is acceptable here.
But
But neither modifier is going to get you in the neighborhood. So you're going to go ahead and take some fall damage. You're going to fall down to the next level. Oh, that's cocked. You take 6 points of falling damage onto the stairs below.
Okay. Hey guys, I found a shortcut.
Are you still alive?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, much higher DC or HP than me.
Oh yeah, that's why I fall through the floors as opposed to climbing walls.
Fair enough. Nerp, you are up.
Okay, I was looking to see if there was any sort of grapple option for me to grab this little barbarian.
I had it as just a strength check the last time you did that, but I'm going to. I think it ought to be opposed strength checks.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going.
Can I
to
go
have
for
you do
agility instead of strength?
No.
All right, I guess that's fair too. I still have my +2, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I rolled a 12 total.
Cool. Well, believe it or not, you are stronger than the tiny statue.
Damn right I am.
Don't get cocky, kid. You've
All
got
right,
him.
I'm just gonna grab it. I'm just picturing like an 80s style thing where like the actors jolting around trying to make it look like the prop in their hand is alive. It's like, hurry up! And I'm just gonna hold it until these guys are across the stairs. I'm just gonna hold on to it until fodder is clear as well, and then I will throw it.
Jason has just pointed out the thing that I couldn't identify earlier in the game, which is this little drawing of a statue with beads and hair all over it.
Oh, it was foreshadowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Grape Ape says you get a +4 because you're way bigger to the strength, maybe even a +8. So yeah, regardless, you got this guy. And what did you say you were doing with him?
I'm just gonna hold him. Like I'm doing like the full 80s, like it's obviously a prop, but I'm pretending to like just for visual flavor there. But yeah, I'm holding on to it and yelling at fodder to hurry up and jump so I can throw this thing back across the gap.
Gavril's actually ahead of you now.
Yes, I'm aware. He took the shortcut.
So Dude Man's gonna try and break out of your grapple.
Yeah. Well, hold on. He already got a check against me with the opposed strength check.
That was on your turn to avoid the grapple, but now it's his turn.
Oh, this is his turn. My bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course.
He does not get out. The other two are going for fodder. 15 to hit.
To miss.
And even worse. There's a lot of dink. It was 13 on the second one. There's a lot of dink, dink, dink against your shield there.
And so again, the fodder wants to live up to his candle's reputation. So he just wants another aha and tries to break the one that got closest to him to try and shatter their armor. All right. So I rolled a 19 to hit.
Okay, you got him.
And I did reduce his armor class by 3.
Oh, that applies ongoing?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the damage will be... This is where the warrior shit starts to add up. There we go. If I can roll well. 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
You have not passed the threshold. I'll tell you, the damage reduction, it's not technically called a threshold. They do damage reduction 8.
Okay.
So you've got to get at least 9 to deal a point of damage.
I'd say now that I've reduced its armor, it should be a little bit easier.
You'll have more chances, yeah.
Yeah.
You do have the option to move and try and make that jump instead of staying up here to fight these two.
No, having heard Gavril's collapse on the ground, and since I have a -6 to my roll,
it's okay. I'll catch you.
I think I'm gonna take my chances fighting the little people.
Okay. Thank you for putting those grapple rules in the Discord. And
Yes, thank you.
yes, it's Gavril's turn.
All right. So since I'm down here dusting myself off, I'm probably gonna heal myself. Lay on hands.
Please do.
Doo-doo-doo. Okay, natural 20. 4 dice. Yeah, I've got all my hit points back.
This man fell down the stairs and he's totally fine.
So I yell back up, I'll catch you!
How many times can you heal as a cleric in this game?
Every round.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not like a one.
There's failure stuff, and there's things that come with failures, and you start to get disapproval from your deity that goes into spells. But other than that,
Gotcha.
just every round.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and if you were playing a wizard, sometimes you forget the spell for the day if you roll low.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but you can also use your stats to buff that spell and burn it up, which is super rad.
Yes. Nerp, you're still holding the little guy. Fodder did not take your suggestion and jump the gap, so are you going to throw it at him anyway?
Fodder, can I throw this guy at you anyway?
Sure.
I fling him
And then
across
try
the
and
gap.
batter him out of the way.
I am going to try to hit him against the wall, not against fodder.
Okay. So the guy is wriggling. You're trying to throw him up, actually quite a ways, because I imagine you're trying to throw him above where fodder is on the stairs.
Good underhand.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength check. I'm going to
Not
set
agility?
this. No, you're trying to throw far up. It's strength.
All right.
Hitting a wall is not hard, like target-wise, so that's why it's not agility. But you just need the strength to do it. So I'll make this a DC. Make it 10.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Cool. That thing hits the wall.
I love this dice. I'm keeping this dice.
All right. Well, all of the little ivory warriors are now on the stairs with you, Fodder. And it's their turn, so get ready for some hits. Here comes one. That's a miss.
Gavril will heal you.
The next one's a miss. The next one hits. And you're going to take another 2 damage.
All right.
They're wiry is what they are. They're little. They don't look tough, but they're just going. They're just going hard. They're all in on this.
All right. I'm the one. I at least want to take one of these bastards down. So I'm going to attack the one who I've already damaged his armor class, and do the same thing with my axe to just chop them to pieces. Crit.
Mm-hmm.
Crit. Yes. Okay.
With a +3 on the D dice, his armor class is reduced 3 more. So, all right, we get to play. We get to roll on the crit table, which
Yes.
right, that's what I was hoping for.
Looking up that crit table.
All right, so as a first level warrior, I roll a D12 on table 3.
Yeah, table 3 is page 84.
Yep.
Got it. I just got that.
Rolled a 6. So
Brutal strength. Okay, you go ahead.
All right. Yep. So I shall roll damage now.
Oh, so the broken ribs. You know what? He doesn't have ribs, so you're just gonna crack his torso. So you're gonna do an additional 1d8 damage with this strike.
All right. So I do 18 points of damage to the little fucker.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that there's a thing in here. There's a thing in this game where you can hit 2 opponents at once, and I think normally you have to declare that you're doing that. However, in this case, these guys have 2 hit points, and you have dealt 18. So I'm going to say you destroy 2 of them.
All right.
And there's just the one that Nerp threw up. The little barbarian was the only one left, and the other 2 are just shattered. You are now free to continue fighting or jump the gap.
Man, I guess I'm gonna have to jump it anyways, right?
You're going to have to give it a shot. I mean, if you were at your leisure, you could maybe tie a rope or something, but...
Yeah. All right. Having shattered, he feels pumped. He's going to just turn and run and jump for it. So
Okay.
I get a check penalty of -6.
Okay. Try and hit that 15, man.
Yeah. He's just huffing.
Are you rolling a d20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot possibly make this jump.
Well, I get +2 because of my strength modifier, so that's a -4. So I have to roll a 19 or 20.
Okay, you could. Yeah.
19 or 20 to make it.
Yep.
I just moved it. It was just right on a 19. I rolled a 9.
Cool. Gavril has just healed himself and happened to have stepped to the side when Father Le Canon smashes into the ground with another loud clatter right where Gavril did a moment ago. And there you are in a heap. You're going to take 1d6 fall damage. 2. And you guys are below the gap in the stairs. When we come back from our break, we're going to take a 10-minute break right now so we can just get up and use the bathroom and stuff. And then we'll come back and you will enter room 1-4. Thank you guys for
Doing
playing.
great, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. Grape Ape, Jason, who else was in there? Just you guys, Grape Ape and Jason, I think. Oh, and Andrew was in there earlier. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back in 10 minutes to finish this out.
Right.
Welcome back to Tales from the Backlog Dungeon Crawl Classics. We are done with room 1-3. You guys have left a very angry barbarian statue up on the old staircase, and you have successfully descended to the next area. Let me reveal that for you on the map, just checking to make sure there's no stupid DM stuff only on this section. There is not. I will... Yeah. Like you're so smart. Here we go. Now, let me move it up so you can actually see it. You come down into this room. I'm actually going to show you a second visual aid for this area after I finish describing it. This chamber is dominated by a trio of arches set against the walls of the room. Each arch resembles a snarling dragon, and all are carved from dark mahogany and bound in bronze. Beneath the arches are flat slabs of blank obsidian. An enormous eldritch sigil is etched into the stone floor, dividing the room into 3 distinct vectors. A fight must have taken place here recently because there's fresh blood pooled near the Pearl Archway. So, to clarify the Pearl Archway, these 3 archways are all identical except for their eyes. The eyes of the dragons. The one in the southwest corner has emeralds for eyes. The one in the northwest corner has pearls for eyes. And the northeast dragon is missing its gemstone and its eye sockets are empty. Do
Is
you need
there
that?
any way to make that a little bigger? I
was
find it
just
very hard to see.
I
It's
was
very
just about to ask if you
Thanks.
needed that. I was prompted by your squinty face. There you go.
So the blood stain is by the door that's missing its gem eyes.
No, that's not correct. You can see the blood stain on. Wait, let me double check. Actually.
Oh, that's the pearl.
Yeah, the
eye.
pearl one. The pearl eye is where the blood stain is.
Gotcha.
But let me also show you an even bigger version. Here's a handout for you. Nope, that's the wrong room.
Ooh.
That's the next room. Never mind. You'll see that in a minute. Hopefully, if you get past this room. Yeah, so this blood stain that you can see on the ground in the northwest corner is by the pearl-eyed archway.
Hmm. Oh, Brother Gavril, what do you make of these sigils?
I don't know. I'm not a wizard.
Okay.
I want to heal
Otter.
Yeah.
for the fall too.
Excuse me.
You're lawful, right?
Yes.
Go. 1d20, 13, 15. So roll. Just roll. There we go. 3 dice. So 3d12. Right? You're a warrior?
Yep.
Yep. So 3d12. So just roll 3d12, and those are your hit points back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back at full.
Cool. And then
Thank
was
you.
Nerf missing any or no?
I am missing 1.
Cool. 16 plus 2. So the same. Thieves' dice are d6.
I'm a
Right.
D4 actually. Embarrassingly low HP.
So 3d6.
Hmm.
Should I roll 3D?
Yeah, you can just roll.
I mean, there's no way I can get less than 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you're only missing 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah.
I only have 5 HP. Is that correct?
That's actually seems like a
Okay.
lot.
All right. Everybody else is taking like 6 hits, and I'm like, oh wow, high
Everybody else
rollers
has-
over here.
Everybody else has armor.
Yeah.
Rollers, that was what I was trying to remember. Okay.
So, do you guys have any thoughts about the sigil and the portals? They are closed.
Okay.
The archways, as I said, each have a slab of blank obsidian inside the arch.
We just have fodder trace his finger along the rune that seemed to work last time.
Yeah. Do any of the runes resemble the one for Sneezermon?
No. Sezrakon.
Yes, like I said, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, Kenny, thank you for moving on from Monty Python to Princess Bride quotes in the chat.
You're welcome. So we have the.
Well, hold on, Fodder. Were you in fact running your finger along the ground?
No. I turned to Brother Gavril to ask him for the assistance.
Okay.
But he unfortunately reminded me that he is not a sorcerer type.
Well, I will roll, if I may, to just go ahead and look for traps of the less obvious magical kind.
Okay.
Or, I mean, I'm going to be looking for traps that are of the non-magical kind.
Right, I know what you meant.
Yes. Did that backwards. That's terrible, and it's going to be a total of 6.
You find 6 traps. You find no traps.
I find no traps. All right, guys, no traps. I mean, other than, and I gesture at, the sigils, the blood, the obsidian doors, the dragons. What did you say were the 3? Did you say were the gemstones in the eyes of the dragons? Pearl in one.
Pearl in the northwest, emerald in the southwest, and the other one is blank. The gems having been pried out of the eye sockets.
Gold.
And this
out. And that's the one that, and the blood is in front of the pearl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we see any traces, footprints on the ground?
Roll a check to see if you can spot that. I'll say intelligence.
A 10.
So in looking for footprints, you learn some interesting information. The big spill of blood that you initially thought was the result of some sort of combat does not seem to be so. There's no chaotic mess of footprints around it like you would expect if a fight had taken place there.
All right. So, and again, I'll clarify that this was auto-generated. I don't know why I have this, but it's going to be wacky and it'll come in handy. At this point, Fodder reaches into his sack and pulls out a live goose.
Yes.
Okay.
And he tosses it towards the blood stain across the sigil just to see what happens.
Well, nothing happens except that you lose your goose.
Where does the goose go?
He slips in the blood and he angrily starts flapping around looking for a way out of the room. The only way out that you are aware of is the staircase up.
Okay.
Just to clarify, you just took the goose out, did nothing harmful to the goose, and then threw it at the blood.
I tossed him in that direction just to see what would happen.
Okay, yeah.
If the sigil would trigger or something.
It is the same as though you had tossed a goose in any direction anywhere. It just gooses out.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of a canary in a coal mine.
Right.
We've got a goose in a dungeon.
This wizardry is beyond my comprehension.
How did you have a goose in your backpack this whole time?
Don't we all have? I thought it was standard issue.
I look at my backpack at my goat and say nothing.
It is now canon. It is now canon that every soldier in the army of the land is issued one goose for emergencies.
Our army takes PTSD very seriously, and every soldier is issued an emotional support goose.
Also handy for dinner.
Yes, and rations.
Oh my! Sorry, I'm just emotional support gooses.
The emotion is combativeness. That's the emotion they support.
The emotion is I hate you, and if you don't get up now, I'm going to make everything worse.
I'm going to walk through a portal.
Okay.
Again, the portals currently have big stone slabs, big obsidian slabs in each of them. They are not.
It's not an open. Okay.
Yeah, it's an archway. There's not currently an open portal there. If you're trying to just walk into a stone and see what happens, you can certainly do that.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot, see what happens.
You walk into a stone.
Brilliant.
And these sigils on the ground, they're just like carved into the stone, or they?
Yeah, it is carved into the floor. It's kind of like one big spirally sigil that goes all over the room.
Hmm.
The square that's in the middle of the sigil, is that another trapdoor? And apologies if you said this and I missed it.
It is not. It is the arrow thing and the square. That's all just part of the sigil.
Okay, just double checking.
Circle gets a square.
Kanan, which portal did you try to?
Let's say southwest, which would have been emerald.
Southwest, which would have been emerald.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to approach the one that had its eyes pried off and cautiously extend the butt of my spear at the stone. Classic 10-foot pole style.
Nothing happens except that you touch a stone with the end of your spear and a goose flaps past your feet.
Yeah.
Very cranky goose, having spent several hours in a bag and then thrown onto a stone floor underground.
Imagine the havoc that goose is going to cause when he goes into the room with all the candles with all the land's heroes.
Oh, we can't let the goose out.
Would anyone like to try and recapture the goose?
No,
Yeah.
this is funnier. Until
So now Potter imagines that he has great wizardly powers due to his ability to open the first door. So he's going to then trace his fingers across these sigils as well, because it worked the first time.
What are you at full HP there, Fodder?
Yes.
Okay.
Really
You remain at full HP.
Okay.
nice fake out.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
These sigils don't move in any form.
No. I would like to.
Gavril, where are you standing in the room?
Next to the Emerald Arch, the southwest.
Okay, that's right. And then Nerp, you went to the
went to
blank
northwest.
one in the northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Fodder, you were kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah, because I've been trying to trace the ruins.
Okay, well, in that case, you're about to get attacked by a goose. It bites your shin guard.
My shin guards?
Yeah, it just clink, clink. It rolled a 2 on you.
All right, I'm going to cast a second sight again.
Cool.
Deus Ex Machina. 19 plus 1 plus 2, so 21.
What's that get you?
Hint of possible outcomes. Spend the following round concentrating on a choice that must be made in the next 30 minutes. 85% chance that the sense that the cleric receives is accurate.
Okay, that's the same result you rolled.
Same as before.
Last time. So again, what choice are you concentrating on?
Kill the goose. Spread its blood somewhere and see if a portal opens. Actually, hold on. Let me refine that thought. Does something need to die for one of these doors to open?
What's the name of your god? Oh, it's the Yggdrasil, the world tree god.
Yep.
So you hear in sort of a voice that's kind of like the sound of wind rustling through many, many tree branches. You hear something doesn't have to die, but it wouldn't hurt.
Fair enough.
Thus speaks the tree god. I'll give you a little more than that. as you hear that, your attention is drawn to the blood on the floor, which Fodder previously noted was put there without a fight.
So it's like someone must have maybe cut themselves with the sacrifice.
I'm gonna go over to the pool of blood and be like, "This advice sucks. This is why I used to pray to Shul. I started praying to a tree. Terrible. I'm gonna go back to praying to the moon." Cuts his hand open and spills blood on the ground.
Okay. You are going to take a little ability damage. I guess, yeah, go ahead and choose an ability as though you'd utilize Spell Burn. And you have activated, I believe you said that you were doing this over where the pool of blood already was. So you have activated the portal with the pearl eyes in the northeast corner. You can now see this room.
Okay. How many points do I need to burn?
Just one.
Okay. Let's do intelligence.
Cool.
Nobody needs a smart cleric.
I agree. So yeah, let me read what happens when you go through the portal. Actually, you can see into this room. It's kind of rippling a little bit. It's blackened by the portal, or by the stone, but it's like clearly showing you this room here. There's like, instead of where there has been like regular masonry on the walls, there's now natural stone here. It's a roughly rectangular room, as you can see there. To the north, there is a series of natural stone stairs going down and a closed door to the right. The air feels different in here. It's fresh with the tang of salt. And from somewhere in the distance comes the thrumming roar of the surf. The walls, as you can see in the image, are decorated with carvings depicting some sort of evolving dragon. And on the floor, just before the portal, is another sigil carved into the stone. So this is kind of the handout version of it. Let me also bring up the map in just a moment. I'm assuming you guys are going through the portal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go through all this
Yes.
trouble of cutting myself open.
After collecting the goose, Fodder will
Mm-hmm.
make his way through the portal.
I'll follow as well. Do I know anything about the wizard? Is there any way to do an intelligence check, see if we know anything about the wizard being related to dragons? After he ascended to being the patron of wizards?
Go ahead and do that check.
Okay. That was terrible. That's going to be a 6.
A 6.
Which is my score in it. It's my stat for intelligence by a funny coincidence.
You don't know the information you asked about, but clearly this is a person transforming into a dragon.
Okay.
So here is the room you are in now. It is room 1-5. There you go. Yeah. So that's the bird's eye view of it, and this again is the person's eye view of it.
Gotcha.
And we're coming through that door on the right.
No, we're
No.
coming through the portal.
Yeah,
that we don't see.
you are
Oh,
coming
okay.
from camera position.
Okay.
So there is a door to our room.
Yeah, if I were to turn this off, now you can see where the portal is.
Thank you.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's unclear which one was the portal.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out what's through that door.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to search for traps.
Roll it.
That's better. 14.
You find no traps here.
No traps, guys.
It's the door
However,
locked.
the sigil on the floor is a mirror of the one that was on the side of the portal you came from.
Interesting. Can I try to back out through the portal? Just to see if it still works.
Roll me 1d10.
Oh boy. 3.
You can get through, but once you're there, you've got like another 20 seconds to get through again before it closes.
Okay.
You
All
can
right,
you can judge that by the appearance of it.
Okay. I'll make a note of that and jump on back through into the room and just let the guys know.
Yeah. So this is so what you've learned is that once you put the blood down, the portal is open for 5 rounds.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and quickly open that door.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. A round is 10 seconds. That's what we discussed before, right?
Yeah.
A round is 10 seconds. So, yeah, so a little less than a minute. You're going to open the door. Let me make sure that door opens. Yeah, it does. So, let me reveal to you what is on the other side of that door. So, the air in this room is thick with the scent of mold. Rotten crimson robes hang from hooks on the walls, and several dark vessels rest on a rickety shelf. A seemingly endless series of runes are carved into the floor, walls, and ceiling, covering every inch of every surface. Resting on the floor in a gold, shallow bowl is a rusty knife with a long, curved blade.
Check for traps.
Roll it.
15.
You do not find any traps.
It's a long pause.
I was checking something, but for real, you find no traps with a
Okay.
15.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay.
Extra.
Then I'm gonna go over and just grab that bowl.
The bowl.
The
is
golden.
The bowl is
Yeah.
yours. It is worth 25 gold pieces.
Heck yeah.
Anything else?
Do you guys want to do anything before I got the stuff I'd like to do?
I'll take the knife.
Okay. The knife is worth a knife.
And what about the robes? Any of the robes that are still tangible?
They're not useful anymore. They've been here a long time.
I'm sorry. How much did you say? How many? You
25.
said the gold, 25 gold pieces.
Yep. It's a golden bowl. It takes 25 pieces of gold to make one.
No. Cool. Okay. Anything to check on those sigils? Any pattern I recognize? Do you want me to roll for that?
There's no way you can know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a mental note of everything, promptly forget because my intelligence is -1, and then I'm out.
Pick a bar? What the hell is pick a bar?
Come back with a wizard and more geese.
Oh, yeah. The goose came through, by the way.
Fabulous. Of course it did.
The goose is now running down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm working on my Untitled Goose Game joke. Let you know when I think of a good one.
Okay, yeah. You might want to pick up the pace.
Okay.
Yeah. Fodder will follow the goose down the steps.
Oakley dokley. Let's reveal what's next.
I'm going to cast Blessing on the goose.
Roll it.
14, 15, 16. This. Too many pages. There we go. 14, 17, ally, +1 bonus to all attack rolls for 1 turn.
Okay. Go goose.
Goose even make attack rolls?
It sure can.
Does
It's
now.
a goose. Have you ever met a goose that didn't make attack rolls?
Yeah.
All right. So you walk down the stairs to a dock. Now, let me read the text. This is much more dramatic. Rough-hewn steps descend to a wooden dock and a dark lake that winds its way out of sight. A brazier stands to either side, wreathed in cold flames. A skiff emerges from the darkness, poled by a cloaked boatman. As the boatman draws nearer, you can see the cloak's hood hides a pale skull with blue flames for eyes. The skiff brushes up against the dock, and the boatman extends a single skeletal hand.
Guess give Carolynn a gold coin.
Oh, there's a picture of him here. Hold on.
Or rather 4 gold coins. Works the same way.
Right, it's one of those coins for the goose.
Yeah.
Are you giving me a coin for the goose, really?
Well, I mean, it'd be
why not?
typically 1 coin per living creature, so we have 4.
Okay. Do you have that much coin?
Yeah, I've got 39 gold and 45 copper.
Cool. Well, you give the guy 4 gold coins, and he allows you all to enter his boat.
I mean,
Oh.
we know who's running this party. It's the goose. We're not leaving him behind.
Why the fuck is there a goose, Kenny?
You blamed the auto generator, but it was so worth it.
Hold on. Let me try something in the Twitch chat here.
I mean, I've got a badger pelt, but I don't know what good that's going to do.
Nope, that does nothing. But if I do this...
I'm just. Did we get a goat emoji?
No,
I can't see the Twitch chat.
He used the Kenny command.
I have a command set up that if you type Kenny, it says, "Can you believe this fucking guy?"
I don't know what I've done to earn that.
No, really? Fodder in the cannon? You don't know what you've done?
Hey, you leave me and my pet goose Honky Tonk out of this.
His name has to be Tonky Honk.
Tonky Honk.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel like at this point, Gavril gets to rename him.
Gavril has bought him a boat ticket, so he gets to change his name.
He bought him a boat ticket and blessed him. Fodder literally threw him at a blood
pool of
pile
blood.
to see if he would be,
Destroyed.
sacrificed.
I'm not trying to name him. I'm just trying to convert him to my religion.
He already worships the tree god. Little do you know. Okay. So there's a long list of things that would go wrong if you tried to swim instead of getting on the boat. But since you guys just immediately ponied up the cash, he pushes off the dock and starts rowing you across the underground lake.
I don't know which way we're going.
Yeah. So good call.
Just keep on rowing.
Yeah. All right. Let me just clear out the next little bit of stuff that you see. I can actually reveal quite a bit of this map at this point. You guys are making some progress. Okay, so I am going to real quick reset the transformation on this, bring it back. So this is the map, as much of it as you have seen. I will go ahead and zoom in on the new area. So you feel it's dark as you travel. Sorry, I hijacked you there, Kanan. It's dark as you travel. You do sense the presence of this bridge above you at one point, but it's out of sight in the darkness. And then you reach this other dock, which you may now see as I make it bigger and bigger. The lake winds through the darkness like a serpent. High above, nearly hidden in the shadow, hangs a decrepit rope bridge connecting two caves on opposite sides of the lake. But rotting planks dangle loosely from the tattered ropes. Climbing the overhung, algae-covered walls to those caves seems impossible. But the lake ends at a dock rising to a small, natural cave. A brazier stands to either side, again, wreathed in cold flames. The back of the cave is dominated by a pair of mighty iron doors, which I have not done a great job of revealing there, but let me do so now. The doors arch from floor to ceiling and are inscribed with the heads of dragons twisted into ferocious masks of anger. And you see something else here. There are 7 men in front of this door.
Are they
appear
pirates?
They appear to be trying to get the door open, and they are very, very piratey in appearance.
So maybe we should just get back on the boat and loop around one more time, wait to see if they can open it.
Just like picking somebody up at the airport. Just like go around one more time. They're busy. They're not there yet. Still waiting at the baggage carousel.
The weirdest Disneyland ride ever.
Jason's asking if the pirates are invisible. I assume because they're not on the map. No, they are not invisible. They are just not on the map. But they are there. Are you guys going to address them or what?
Do they see us, or do they just have no peripheral vision?
They do see you. They are hailing you.
Friendly hails?
They're waving their hands and calling to you. Hello there.
Hi. And I'm furtively checking my clothes for bloodstains from when we killed the 3 upstairs.
Jason is vehemently insisting that you get the opinion of Tonky Honk. Oh, also Grape Ape wishes you to pickpocket the 4 coins back from the boatman.
You know what?
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Sounds like a terrible idea. I'm absolutely going to do it. But not yet.
No!
No. Okay. If the DM says no in that tone of voice.
No, it just means I have to come up with what happens.
I'm just gonna go with it. And I'm like, hey, our goose got lost. We went after him, and you wouldn't believe what we found down here. It was crazy. What are you guys doing here? Where are we? What happened?
So
how did we get here? I say, next to two heavily armored men.
The lead guy, the lead guy walks up, and he looks out of place amongst the pirates. Like, if you like imagine just like a bunch of dirty, scurvy, unwashed, like salty dogs hanging out down here. Also, like fucking Alec Baldwin in a pirate outfit is with them. And he just walks up, like perfect hair, perfect teeth, hails you with his hand. He says, "Hello. I see we are not the only ones to make it down to the bottom of the tower."
Good job. You figured that out all on your own.
Yeah.
A sharp tongue is its own reward. So is a sharp knife.
And I sort of like quietly shift the goose between me and Alec Baldwin. Sort of like pull it into my lap as a goose shield.
Nerp, you're roguish enough to know this man by reputation. This is indeed Savage Quinn, the dread pirate of the coastal waters, who you heard recently sold his boat, and yet here he is with his pirate crew. These are the guys that mugged the wizard at the start of this story. Or they were his guys, anyway, according to the rumors in town. And here he is trying to get this door open.
Quick question. How many pirates, including Savage?
7.
It's him plus 6.
Oh, geez. Not good numbers for us. Okay.
We have the goose.
We have the goose.
We have a goose. Okay.
And the boatman, maybe.
And the boatman, who I'm sure is definitely on our side. I will address Savage in Thieves' Cant and say, it looks like perhaps you could use a few more hands to assist you.
I would like to point out that everyone in this place knows Thieves' Cant except your two friends and the goose.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what you're accomplishing here.
Well, I don't know about the goose, man.
They're pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
You all right there?
They're always thieving. They're always thieving bread if you're at the park. I mean,
I died for a second.
The warrior and the cleric look
Just like
confused. The
Potter.
goose and everybody else is like, yeah.
Yes, Jason, you may have missed the very beginning, but the quest giver was a dead wizard that had been mugged and had a map on his person. He says, I know that if you got down here, you probably didn't do too well by the lads I left upstairs. But for now, I think our interests align. A truce while we work together to get through this door.
Certainly.
And then once the door's open,
We will all join together and split the treasure evenly. I'll even give you 3 first pick of any magical trinkets on the other side.
How very kind and generous.
first
Well,
pick,
it
so we set
seems
off the
generous.
traps.
It seems generous until you understand that we've been down here for some time and have not been able to get through the door. Without your help, we'll have none of it.
Well, you're in luck. For my skill as a famed lockpick, as my fame is as a skilled lock picker. Okay.
One of the guys leans up to Savage Quinn and whispers in his ear, and he goes, "Ah, are you indeed the famous Derp?"
Yes.
Ah, Derp herself.
Indeed.
Come, pick this lock for us, mighty derp.
Super psyched. I will get out of the boat. I'll put the goose down and here we go. I'm getting out. And walking to the door with all confidence. There's no way this can go wrong.
You pass cautiously through a crowd of pirates who all just they let you by, they all just watch you go up to the doors.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Fodder and Gavril, are you getting out of the boat as well?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
So yes.
Fodder's gonna get out of the boat, but stay towards the dock side. He's not gonna approach the door.
Okay. So Gavril's still in the boat.
Okay.
Fodder's on the dock, and Nerp is way up by the gate. Pirates in between her and the rest of you. The goose is attacking a pirate. Unsuccessfully.
Like, just ignore them. All right.
So are you going to try and pick the lock?
Yeah, so what do I see? Do I need to roll? Sorry, there's no investigation check here.
Well, I described the door. It's like a double iron door, as high as the ceiling, inscribed with many, many dragon heads. As you approach to look for a lock to pick, you find that there is one inside the open maw of one of the dragon heads. So it's there to be picked if you would like to try it.
I will try it, but first I am going to search for traps.
Okay.
Not great. That's going to be a 11.
You spot a trap.
There's a trap! Finally! What's the trap? I am not saying that out loud. That was out of character.
So, you actually spot this trap when you're about a step away from the door. Mm-hmm. If you step up to this door, you're going to hit a pressure plate. And you can't tell what it does, but something on the ceiling looks like it opens above where the pressure plate is.
I will pause and study the lock thoughtfully from a distance, just sort of like lean back and like make a show of like getting the whole big picture. Is there any way I can reach the lock without stepping on the pressure plate? Like if I do a weird hop to the sill or anything like that. Sorry, excuse me.
If you give me a successful agility check against DC 12, I will say that you can find a way to sort of hang off the carvings on the face of the door while you pick the lock.
Okay.
Actually, I would let you do this with your climb sheer surfaces check.
Oh, thank you. All right, I will do that and say, let me get a closer look at this. That's a 19.
You are up there. You may now proceed to pick the lock.
All right. Here we go. That is a dirty 20 to pick the lock.
Click and it opens.
Does it swing inwards or outwards?
It swings inward.
I'm going to sort of shift my weight and just ride the door like, hey.
Okay. You could tell by the feel of the tumblers that you not only disengaged the lock on the door, but by picking this lock, you also disengaged something else, most likely that trap. Picking this lock, unlocking this door, disables the trap.
Awesome. All the times to start getting good rolls again. Okay. So I'm not going to let them know that necessarily. I'm sure anybody with half decent intelligence just realize what I'm doing, but I'm just going to let my momentum carry me in, maybe give a kick to the other door to push it a little further. And while I'm pattering, like, wow, look at that. I guess it is a lucky day for all of us after all. That's so great. We're all friends and wonderful people. And I'm going to look inside the doors at what I'm seeing in there.
You sure are. You see room 1-8.
Woohoo!
You guys are just checking off room number after room number. Here's room 1-8. Yeah, it's got a description. The walls of this room are strangely discolored, as if by high water marks. The bones of many skeletons lie scattered about the room with little or no sense to their placement. Lining the ceiling and floor are dozens of fist-size holes. And also you notice that the gate seems specifically designed, now that it's open, and you've specifically said you're examining the inside now that it's open, it seems specifically designed to form a seal of some sort.
Oh. So, and I'll turn back to the captain. I'm like, so this room's full of dead people, and I point to the seal on the doors. I don't know if they can see it from here. I'm like, well, it's I think you might need some additional assistance. It looks like we haven't quite gotten there yet. Do the pirates look like they're ready to murder me immediately now that I've opened the door for them?
No. Are you still hanging from the door?
Absolutely, I am still hanging from the door. I am not letting go of that door. I am not touching my foot to the ground. I am clinging to that. Like, this dragon carving is my new best friend. And I am bracing myself quite comfortably on all of this intricate carving.
Savage Quinn looks in and says, Barreled, you go first. Some big flabby pirate grumbles, but does not dare disobey his captain and begins going into the room, followed by the rest of the pirates. Savage Quinn hangs back, which is lucky for him, because no sooner has the last of his men set foot in the room than you feel something engage.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it through your grip on the door. Something engages and the doors start to slam shut.
I will yell a warning like, it's coming up! Get out! Come back!
Go ahead and roll me 1d6.
All right. Three.
You have saved the lives of 3 pirates who managed to get out the door after your warning. The other 3 are trapped inside when the doors slam and you begin to hear them scream over the sound of rushing water.
Oh. At this point, I am going to assume, like, at this point, when the door slams shut, I'm going to use that momentum to kind of propel myself to jump
over the
clear
trap.
over the pressure plate.
Okay. The captain begins yelling, and yelling for his men to try and break down the door. The three who escaped turn to do just that. They run up to the door to start banging on it. They have no success. But they're not very big guys.
How notorious of a pirate is this Savage Quinn? I assume he's
savage.
He's savage.
You all know him by name. Nerp knew the reputation of what a beautiful man he was, but you all know the name Savage Quinn.
All right.
Children are told his story to scare them at night.
While Savage Quinn is distracted with the safety of his men, Cannon Fodder is going to quickly just take his battle axe and attack him from behind.
Oh my God. Okay. Didn't you choose law? All right.
He's a pirate.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, you got a surprise round on Savage Quinn somehow.
Yeah.
Good thing we saved the lives of so many other pirates.
Right?
Yeah.
Would have been terrible to let them all die in that room.
Trying
Go
to build
ahead.
some goodwill over here.
Go ahead and attack a pirate.
I fumble.
No! Roll on the fumble table, my friend.
No, I am going to burn luck.
Okay.
As warriors are allowed to, they have a special thing when it comes to a fumble, I think.
Excuse me. I believe you do.
Warriors are allowed to burn one luck to cancel a roll. Still makes a miss, but it avoids any negative effects.
Okay, so you whiff.
Yeah.
You whiff on Savage Quinn, who feels the air go past him, and turns around. That was it. That was your surprise attack. Everybody roll initiative.
18.
17.
5. So 6.
Your initiative rolls are just awesome.
Well, falling through the floor. Most of the spells have gone off, but outside of that, I'm terrible.
You've actually rolled well on spells.
Yeah.
Nerp, you got 17?
17, yes.
Let's see what Savage Quinn got. Okay. 7.
No, I'm at 18.
Yeah, so you're going to go first, I think, Fodder, depending on what the pirates roll. They did not roll that well. Cool. Fodder, you're up first. Savage Quinn spins around in a fury. You're basically right next to him because of your jump off the door. What are you going to do?
Is it? It's talking for me?
I'm sorry. Yes, I said Nerf.
Yeah.
It's totally Fodder's turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So Fodder.
Fodder.
Sorry. Yeah, Fodder will take another swing.
Grape Ape says we should parlay at this point.
Yeah.
I fumble again.
Are you going to burn luck again?
Yes, I will burn luck again. So I'm down to 8 luck, which now gives me a -1, right?
Yeah. At this point, he's not even sure. He's not even sure you're attacking him. You might just be doing exercises, but he's not going to take any chances. Now it is your turn, Nerp.
It's a pirate tryout. Skills.
All right. I'm going to say, no, wait, don't. And trying to make it look like a terrible mistake, spin around and whack one of the pirates I just saved with my spear.
Oh, you're attacking one of the regular pirates, or you're attacking Quinn?
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to attack Quinn.
Okay.
I'll just make it. I'm sure it's again not being terribly enough like possible deniability. That's my thing.
Sure.
That's a 19.
You have struck the Savage Quinn, the most notorious pirate in these lands.
Oh, Lord, I'm going to die.
Please roll
right.
some damage on this
It's
fellow.
a D8. All right, let me... Watch me as I one-shot the boss. All right. No, that is a 1. I do 1 damage to him, which is appropriate for what I described.
And what is this, a dagger?
This is my spear.
Oh, right, your spear.
Yeah, I just turn and I just whack him in the head like it's a quarterstaff.
The way I envision this happening is as the door is closing and the pirates are banging on it and you leap off the door, Father Le Canon is already whiffing with his axe back there. And so you're just leaping at him with the spear. And it would be really awesome if you got like a good hit, but instead you just kind of cut the side of his arm.
No, I'm going for the plausible deniability. Like I land next to him and do like the no, wait, don't, and try to make it look like an accident half-heartedly.
Okay, well, it is now the
other pirate.
It's now the other pirate's turn. There were 3 of them, thanks to you, Nerp. They're going to turn around, and for the 3 that you saved, Nerp, are just going to go for a split second. I'm going to say that because you saved their lives specifically, they're actually going to lose this turn out of confusion. They're going to say, hey. And then it's going to be Savage Quinn's turn. And he's going to go, hey! And he's going to try and kill you. Here is try number 1. He has done a 7 to hit you, Nerp.
To hit me?
Yes.
Okay. I have an AC of 11.
Well, he does not hit you. And that's it for his turn. Gavril, you're in the boat.
In the boat.
Did the goose roll initiative?
The goose has been in a fight the whole time.
Yeah.
Take a shot at Savage Quinn with crossbow.
Okay.
17, 18 to hit.
That's a hit, sir.
4 points of damage.
Okay. So Gavril, without getting out of the boat, does more damage than both of you put together. All right, Fodder, you're up.
All right. So, as what armor is Savage Quinn wearing?
He's wearing chainmail.
All right. I'm going to use my battle axe weapon-specific deed. So, if I hit him, I'm going to reduce his armor class.
Okay.
So, let's see. If I hit him, that's usually it. So I rolled 8, 10, 11.
You do not hit.
All right. So I miss.
Nerp.
I say, oh, fuck it. And just go for him with the spear. Just wholeheartedly.
Your secret is revealed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a terrible roll. That's going to be a 10.
You've missed. Now the pirates are over their initial confusion, and they're going to kill you. One of them is coming for Nerp, and he has rolled a 8 to hit. That sucks. Another one is going straight for Fodder. He's rolled a 13 to hit. And the last one trips over his own 2 feet and almost falls down. Now, Savage Quinn is once again going to try and kill you, Nerp.
Sure.
12?
That hits.
Cool. He's doing this with a rapier, and he has dealt 8 damage to you.
And I'm dead.
Good night.
Bye.
Gavril, you're up.
I'll get out the boat, run up to Nerf and lay on hands.
Okay.
Same alignment. 14, 15, 16. That gives me 2. Scroll. Yeah. No. 3 die. So 3d6 back. She died though, so.
Well, she was unconscious, right? She was dying.
Yeah, because she's first level.
She had
I don't know how the rules.
Yeah, I think you have like it's a matter of turns based on your level
Yeah.
for how long you have. But since Gavril was literally next in initiative,
Yeah.
I think you're cool either way.
Yeah, because it's same round.
Yeah.
I have to look it up, but I think that's how it works. I know if you wait around, then you have to roll the body and then something.
Go through the pockets, look for spare change.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a bowl and some other stuff.
It begins bleeding out. Such a character has 1 round in which they can be healed or prevent death. If they're healed on the round, they were reduced to 0 hit points. They're healed as a result of the lay on hands check. There you go.
Okay, so basically you're healed as normal.
Yeah.
Because it happened so fast.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need me to roll the 3d6 or do you roll it?
Either way, doesn't matter.
I will roll yeah, that's enough to bring me up back to full health.
Copy. All right, well done, cleric.
Yeah. So just yeah.
But
You wake up.
you permanently lose 1 point of stamina.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Fodder le canon.
All right, I'm gonna keep waving my axe wildly. This time I get 19.
You have hit this man.
All right, so but not a crit. That was a dirty 19.
Did you do that deed die?
That was with the deed die. So he gets reduced 1 armor class level.
Okay.
And he takes 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
Okay, he is missing some chunks out of his flesh, but he is not dead. Nerp, you awaken from a brief moment of unconsciousness with Gavril somehow having crossed the distance from the boat to you, and he's touching you.
I will leap to my feet, and I don't think I even had time to fall all the way down. But you know what? I'm gonna run back to the door.
There's
I'm just
pirates
gonna
between you and the door.
Okay, so they are.
There's 3
All right.
pirates. Well, actually, only one of them's still between you and the door. The other 2 went for fodder.
Okay. Well, I guess I am going to stab him as I go with
Cool.
my sword or with my spear.
Okay, go ahead and stab him.
Like, I'm sorry, I wanted this to work out better. Yeah, that's just going to be an 8.
You don't hit him.
All right, I just get past him, and on my next turn, I'm going to make that leap, the climb surfaces leap onto the door again over that
Okay.
thingamajigger,
Okay.
over the trap.
Yeah, I got it. So it's going to be their turn. The pirate that you just ran past is going to try and kill you. He is not going to succeed. The other 2
Nope.
are going to try and kill fodder. That's a 12 to hit and a crit fail. That's a fumble. Now, monsters use the same fumble table as everyone else, right? I think they do.
Think so.
I did. That's what happened last time. Yeah, this guy trips and is going to make a reflex save and fail it. He's going to spend the next round prone.
All right.
Now it's Savage Quinn. Nerp has run from him, so he's going to try and take out fodder before the guy actually does something right. And he whiffs. He whiffs on you too. I feel like just so many things are bouncing off your armor, but now it is Gavril.
I think we should, if I may interrupt really quick, I think we should imagine that this is like an epic sword fight. So it's not so much that we're whiffing as it is that everybody's just like exchanging like these very like dramatic Errol Flynn style.
I mean, that'll work for some of it, but I remind you that this fight started with Fodder sneaking up behind a guy and double-handing a battle axe at him and missing.
Twice with ones.
Okay, so it's more like Danny Key trying to do the sword fight, where he's just screaming and swinging the sword wildly.
It's Gavril's turn. You are now adjacent to Savage Quinn since you ran up to help Nerp.
And I bailed on you.
Yep, so I'll cast Paralysis.
Oh, haven't done that one yet.
Savage Quinn. 17, 19.
Okay.
So I think it's contested by a will save. Yeah, so the cleric's melee weapons and missile fire weapons are charged with paralysis. The charge remains for 1d4 plus caster level rounds, so... Could have just shot him from the boat. 3 rounds. Any attack by the cleric during the period delivers normal damage plus paralysis if the target fails a will save.
Okay.
The paralyzed creature is unable to move or take any physical action for 1d6 plus caster level rounds.
Awesome. But you'll have to wait a turn to hit him. Or a round, or whatever the terminology is here. Cool. Fodder. You see Gavril just doing magic to his own weapons instead of helping you.
All right. I am in a battle frenzy trying to take down the Savage Twin. So I'm going to keep going at him with my battle axe.
All right.
Reduce his armor further. So he's down 1 AC. So let's see what I get this time. 15, 16 total.
You hit.
All right, and his armor goes down by 1 more.
Okay.
All right. And he takes 8 or 7 points of damage.
You chop the head off of the Savage Quinn. He is no more. His pretty face rolls across the dirt, and the boatman collects it.
Yay!
Yeah, the pirates run to the pier, abandoning the fight after the loss of half their number, including Savage Quinn himself. They, if you are letting them go, are going to jump back onto the boatman's boat and toss him a coin.
And then does the boatman come in and pick us back up?
He will.
Okay.
Well, they may take both our boats. Do we really want to let them?
I mean, this is the split second decision you have to make. Are you going to try to attack these guys while they're running away?
Well, there's one that's prone, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, my turn's over. I just attacked Savage Quinn, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's only Fodder or Gavril who are really in position to try and stop them. Nerp's way back at the door.
Yeah, and I'll chip in. Just let him go.
I mean, we've saved him enough times. Might as well do it once more.
Yeah, you've broken them free of the Savage Quinn, assuming they were somehow under his thumb or something, and not just gainfully employed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, they leave, and you guys are left here with a headless corpse, an iron door with a bunch of drowning men behind it. What are you going to do?
Wait till we hear no more sound from the other side of the door.
Does it sound like bubbles? No. Okay. It's safe to open up the door.
After about 30 seconds, you start to hear the sound of water rushing again. And based on the way the pitch changes, it seems like the room is draining.
All right, so now we have to figure out how to get through that room without re-hitting the trap.
It was smart. It waited until several of them were in, and then it closed and the room started filling up with water. So it wasn't it wasn't just walking into the room on the floor. Something triggered it when 6 of them were inside.
After a moment, you hear the click of everything resetting.
I will unlock it. I will go ahead and pick the lock again.
Okay. I'm just going to say that since you did it once and you're not on a time crunch here, that you're just able to pick it again.
Okay.
Is there any way to wedge these iron doors open so they don't shut behind us?
You saw the force with which they closed, and you don't think that anything you put in between them would survive. However, the hinges don't look as sturdy as the pistons that slam the door shut.
See if we can take out the door, break it.
Go ahead and do a strength check.
7.
You do not break the door.
I'll try to break the door.
Give it a shot, Gavril.
7.
You also do not
two
break
sevens. How did 2 7s get there?
Yeah. Cool. You guys don't break the door.
I will awkwardly haul Savage's headless corpse to the door and jam one of his hands into the opening between the little opening not between the doors, but between, where the hinge touches the door. If there's space in there to get that in there to keep that part open.
While you're dragging him, you take note of his very nice chainmail, his dagger, the rapier that was in his hand for the fight. But instead, you take his corpse, and you're going to put his hand in between the door and the edge of the wall. The door and the door frame, basically.
Yes, thank you. The door and the door frame. That's the phrase I was looking for.
Cool.
I will also help myself to that dagger and that rapier, now that you mention it.
Okay, that's a +1 rapier. It's named Whisker. It's got all kinds of magic shit on it. I'll tell you about it later. We're low on time. Yeah, you pick the door, you pick the lock, you open the door, you shove his hand in between the hinges. That's all. The doors are just open, so.
I guess, can I also look for traps and the inside and see if I can spot, especially since I saw the 6 of them go in, if I can spot the thing that they did that made the trap go off? If it was timed to go off after a certain amount of time, or if there was some trap door trigger halfway across the room.
It's like a pressure plate with the amount of people inside.
You have already seen it once, so I'm not going to make you roll a check to find it. It is a time trap based on how long it's been since you opened the iron gates. You could maybe disable it, but it would be really difficult.
All right, I'll share that with the guys. I mean, I can do I have to be inside to disable it?
Yes. Also, the trap literally is just the room filling with water. So if these doors weren't here or weren't closed, there's no trap.
Okay.
Right.
So obviously you guys already tried to break it down. If you guys want to target maybe the hinge more precisely, that might be better than just banging on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got an iron spike. You can use that to pop a hinge out.
Okay, you got a little hammer to use with it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I know a guy with an axe.
And a goose.
I'm
Go
gonna
for it.
I'm gonna say that just works. You're able to break
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
hinges off one of the doors, and one of the double doors is down, thus defeating the flood trap. And on the other side of this room, you find, we're running a little bit over time, but you find a door that opens onto this scene. That is a statue of a dragon down at the bottom of a set of stairs. He is in the middle of a pool of water filled with black eels writhing through it. The water is magically held away from the dragon, who just stands on the ground there. What are you going to do about it? He's got the black pearl in his mouth.
Go and take the Dragon Ball and make a wish.
Eels. Why did it have to be eels? Okay. What kind of a jump is that to clear the eels?
So let's see.
Sorry, excuse me.
Let me actually read the description. The portal, it's a wide platform flanked by a pair of burning braziers. Everything's flanked by a pair of burning braziers. This whole adventure is flanked by a pair of burning braziers. Steep stone steps descend into the water-filled room below. At the far end, you see the statue of a snarling dragon clutched in the serpent's mouth. You know, a distance would be a really good thing to know. They are water vipers, is what those things are.
Sound friendly?
If you fall into that water, you will be killed. You will be attacked by snakes from all sides, just a countless number. They can't reach you as long as you're out of the water. Yeah, how can you possibly get to that? I'm gonna just say
we
it's
had
10
a
feet.
boat.
I'm gonna say it's 10 feet.
Okay.
Well, 2 out of the 3 of us can't really jump well.
Yeah.
Well, only one of us needs to get there. Does anybody have a rope?
Wait, the goose can fly.
There you go. Send the goose. Somebody explain to the goose to get the black pearl.
The goose was in the room with the pirates.
Did the goose leave with the pirates?
No, the goose was in the trap room with the pirates.
Oh no, the goose didn't make it out?
No, the goose was
float.
fine. The goose was fine when you opened the door. He was surrounded by 3 dead pirates. He wasn't even wet.
Okay, the goose is definitely going to get the pearl.
No, he's not doing what you say, though. That's the problem. He's not really on your side. He's just a goose that you brought into this dungeon.
I mean, he's kind of on our side.
Yeah, so how are you going to try and reach that statue? Are you just going to throw Nerp at it or what?
We need I'm feeling there's a way to like.
Fastball special.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
That's why I asked about a rope to get back.
Talking about Colossus and Wolverine.
I mean, they are one of the pairs of people that do that, yes.
My friends.
Toss a dwarf.
Yeah, this is kind of a comic book standard move of the big, strong superhero throws the little, sharp superhero, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you guys going to do? You have rope, right? Someone has rope in their inventory?
No.
No,
If-
I didn't really buy anything.
Did one
Well,
of
if
the
nobody
pirates,
has-
perhaps, one of the dead pirates, have rope on them that we could pick up conveniently?
No, but there is rope that was mooring the boat to the dock, but the boatman sailed away. That was the last time you saw a piece of rope.
What if we built a bridge out of dead pirates across the eel-infested waters?
Hide behind the pile of
The
dead.
thing
Yeah.
about building a bridge is you need rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll lash together some pirate bodies.
I mean, you can fastball special me in. The just question is, how do I get out? I mean, if you had a rope, I'd say you can just
You know what?
yank me straight
It's 11:30.
through.
There's a rope coiled up on the ground.
Okay, here's the plan. You two fastball special me, just like do like the cheerleader basket and toss me in. I grab the pearl. I've got the rope tied around me. I'm gonna give it my best jump on the way out, and if I fall a little short, you guys pull me out ASAP, and then Gavril heals me up.
Sure, sounds like a plan.
Okay, I am going to say that with the two, I don't like the group check thing of taking the average for a strength check. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel the two people working together are stronger than either of them, not average of both of them. That's how strength works. So
Synergy. I love synergy.
exactly. I'm going to say Gavril and Fodder both roll a strength check. We will add it together. You need to beat 20 to throw Nerp all the way to the statue.
I rolled a 12.
How many points of stamina do you have? Did you
Me?
have? Just curious. Asking for a friend.
I have 7 points of. I
12?
have.
I rolled a 9.
12, 9, it makes it.
You make it.
exactly.
I won.
Yep. You make it there. There is a big statue of a dragon with a black pearl in its mouth. This is the thing that you came for.
Sure is.
Supposedly cursed, definitely valuable as hell.
All right. Just for laughs, let's check for traps. That's a 23 to check for traps. 22.
Cool. That thing is balanced precariously. If you yank a big heavy pearl out of its mouth, the statue's going to fall over.
Okay. Okay.
Also, it doesn't escape your notice that there's currently a magical barrier holding the water back, and you don't know what's making that either. So messing with it might do something to that.
All right. Guys, we're going to action movie this. I'm going to yank the thing and jump immediately. And probably everything's going to go to hell underneath me. And I'll get ready to pull that rope, all right?
Okay, we're going to
we
do
should
this.
get way back on the rope.
Yep.
Towards the back end.
It's going to be
Gavril,
20.
get that healing spell ready.
It's going to be 20 again for you two guys to pull her out, but first I need a reflex save from Nerp to get out of the way of that falling dragon statue.
Okay.
You yank the pearl out and you jump back as it collapses.
Okay, here I go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a 5.
You take 3 damage as this thing falls and hits you.
Yep.
Gavril and Fodder, give me that corporate strength check to yank her out of the water. The water does. Oh God.
Oh, well, I rolled only 11.
Okay, that's a combined 12.
So I get a +1 for my strength, so 2.
It's a combined 13 on a required 20. Because of that dragon hitting her, and also Gavril, your shoulder's kind of bothering you. She splashes into the water halfway back. Give me. I'm gonna roll a d6. This is the damage you're taking from the snakes. You have taken 6 damage. You've taken 6 snake damage.
And I'm dead.
Cool. Gavril and Fodder, you have 1 round to get her out. 1 more try to get her out.
18.
3.
3. You got her out. She's.
I rolled.
You pull a dead body with black vipers hanging off of it, clutching a pearl. She is unconscious, about to go. Can you do the thing?
Oh, does she still have all the magical items on her?
She has the sword.
I have
yeah.
the
I think
dagger,
it might be
rapier.
too late for healing. I'm sorry, I just can't save this one. It's terrible. I mean, it's my fault. I feel terrible, but it's just the gods aren't. No, I'll just.
Man, you had me going.
3d6.
That was awesome.
Well, you get 9 points back.
Okay.
Okay, and you lose
I
a
think
point
we-
of stamina.
I lose another point of stamina. All right. Died a
Cool.
lot today.
So the water did collapse in around the statue and is now rising.
I believe.
We are not going to play out the whole chase, but you guys are
Yeah.
going to need a series of reflex saves to get from here back up to the top. So let me get 3 from each of you.
Okay.
You're gonna need 5 on the first one. Just 5.
Just 5.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
5.
Okay. You all make it out of this room and back to the boat, where the boatman is taking you across the lake. Roll another reflex save. This time you're gonna need 10.
18.
14.
5.
Nerp. You're gonna you are struck by the water as it is crashing into the room. You take 3 damage.
Okay.
This is your last reflex save. You are going to need to hit 12 on this one.
So you're gonna say 15.
All of us or just me?
Everyone.
$16.
10.
2.
Okay, fodder, take 5 damage. Gavril, you take 2 damage. And at that, you all rush up the ladder out of the candle room. As the tower sinks, you're able to get back on your boat with the black pearl, untying yourself, your little skiff, from the tower just in time. And yeah, you make it out. Let me see what the value of this pearl is. Easily worth over 500 gold pieces. So, contrary to most rumors, the curse of the Black Pearl is not entirely malevolent. You actually, now that you have gotten it out of the tower, anyone holding it is going to receive a +1 bonus to all saving throws, +1 to AC, +1 to attack rolls, and +1 to spell checks.
Yay!
Oh no, actually I misread that. You will cast spells as if your caster level were +1. So that's good.
So this
However,
is
it is also worth 500 gold pieces. The curse was getting to the pearl and getting it out of the tower tends to kill you. But you guys made it out, and with only 2 deaths
3.
from the same
I
person.
died twice.
Yes, yeah, that were the 2 that I mentioned.
Well, then
Well, Potter died too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's correct. Yes.
I was
Hey,
just a
what happened
candle
when
in
the
the wind.
water rushed into the candle room?
The candles, if you stayed long enough to watch, continue burning underwater.
Like a candle in the wind.
There is an option here. There's an optional ending where the water puts out all the candles, which creates the Dark Age of Heroes, because all lawful heroes in the world die. Except for you guys are exempt because you were there in the tower, so it's like magical exemption, and you'd be like the only good people in the world. But I'm not doing that one. I like the one I like the one that makes future adventures less hard.
You already told that story. That was the other. That's Friday night.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. That's Friday night, and I've already told that story. Oh, Grape Ape says he accidentally snuffed out a candle, accidentally in quotes, and lost a permanent luck point. Yeah, you do. There are consequences if you put out a candle intentionally, knowing what it will do.
Well, the only person we killed was fodder.
Well, you guys have yourselves a 500 gold piece black pearl from a wizard's tower. Kenny,
And
I'm
also-
sorry I wasn't able to kill you sooner.
No, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good game, yeah. And we also are the people who killed the notorious pirate
That's right. You killed the Savage Quinn.
and left some members of his crew alive to tell the tale.
Yeah, they definitely got out, those three. Yeah, thanks for watching, Grape Ape. Thanks for watching, Jason. Andrew was here earlier. Thanks for watching if you're still here. Yeah, we should all go to bed. And yeah, Kanan, thanks for joining us.
Kanan, yeah, it was great, man.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome to join any of our games coming up. We have, well, not next week because that's a sequel and we already have a crew for, but yeah, we've got Tales from the Loop soon, and we've got some more that are going to go onto the schedule.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was a pleasure
Thanks.
meeting you.
Likewise, it was a pleasure gaming with you, Kanan. This is really fun.
Yeah.
Pleasure to
And
play with you guys too.
thanks for being our resident expert on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For however far that went.
Yeah. It's...
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for
All right.
watching.
Good night.
See you next time.